So, welcome to yet another episode of Flo with Mo. My name is Mohan Gulati. I'm CEO of Thinker.ai. We're doing a podcast today with Stacy Thomas from all the way in Toronto. She's agreed to meet us today and giving you a little bit of background on what we do at Thinker.ai. We're an AI startup company working with business owners like Stacy and others, introducing new and innovative techniques around voice technology and AI and automation, and making businesses just come and sing with automation and the way that they can work and do what they're good at, which is building customer relationships, sharing their expertise on things, and let the drudgery of automation and mundane and repetitive tasks be taken care of by AI and automation. So with that introduction, it's a pleasure to have you on this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Could you briefly? Yeah, likewise. I'm excited for this. It should be fun. Could you take a moment and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background and who you are?
Oh, for sure. Okay, so as you already said, my name is Stacy Thomas. It did say Sweetie Stacy before, so I had to quickly change that because that's my Facebook name. But
No problem.
I was born here in Canada. My parents are from Jamaica, and I'm divorced with 4 kids. And I've been a part of an awesome platform, which is World System Builder, a part of World Financial Group. So I educate people with their finances. So we're on a mission to educate 30 million people by 2030. And I'm so happy to be a part of that mission. So that's just a little bit about me.
Very interesting. So tell me, what sparked your interest in financial literacy? Why did you get into this?
Well, really kind of 2 parts, two to 3 parts. The earliest part was the first hit that I got, which I was introduced to estate planning at the age of 29 when my father passed away suddenly. So at that point, I realized there was nothing. There was nothing to manage, no money to manage. There was no insurance. There was nothing. And I thought to myself, there has to be something more out there. So I always had an eye looking out for there's got to be something else out there, because I didn't understand how money works and why we were left with, nothing. So that was one of the first things, but I didn't know what I was looking for. I was looking for something, but I didn't know what it was. When the second part was, I got sick in 2015. So I couldn't see, I couldn't speak, I couldn't lift my hand. So, they say you should have emergency fund 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I had 10 months worth of emergency funds. So I was good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mohan, do you know how long I was sick for?
I have no idea.
2 years.
Wow.
I was sick for 2 years. So my financial house was all tumbling down all over the place. It was crazy. I was
You actually thought you were in a good position, but then life
2 years
turned
I
your
was sick.
curveball.
Yeah. So I had to either pay my mortgage or buy groceries for my kids. That was where I was debating on what I should do. And I went to the bank and I said, hey, I live in Brampton. My house is worth 1 point whatever million. It's almost paid off. I almost finished paying for my house. And they said, I can't get any money because I'm not working. I go, yeah, I'm sick. That's why I need the money. So I can't work right now. Right? I'm on disability right now. I can't work. They were like, no, you can't get any money because you're not working. And I was like, that's when I realized, wow, you can't eat brick. So it didn't make sense putting all the, my mission was to pay off my house. And then I was like, no, I need cash flow. Right? So I need to get that money. I need it to work for me. And I need to find out how money works. At this point, I still didn't know where to look. Then a girlfriend of mine in the US called Odetta King, she was jet setting here, there, flying everywhere, and I love to travel. So I was like, what are you doing? I go, whatever you're doing, I want to be a part of it. And so she introduced me to World System Builder, and that's when I jumped on board and I started traveling with them. I've gone to Thailand, I've gone to Portugal and Spain, going to Turkey this year. And, a little girl who their family's from Jamaica, I would normally just go back to Jamaica. So that was something that really changed my whole family's perspective.
Lisa, take me back. There seems like there's a little gap in your story. So you were in the brink of financial collapse.
Yes.
How did and you found financial literacy and you found this World System Builders. But how did you tell me about that story, in between? How did you survive what you
Oh
went
my
through?
gosh. It was literally crazy. I never ever knew because I was always financially well, like, middle class, good, didn't have any issues. I never knew till I went to CBC one day and I saw negative. I'm like, I didn't know you could go into the red. I didn't know that I could actually owe the bank money now. I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I left there crying and I was praying because now this is the point where like I have to go to the food bank now. So going to the food
Mm,
bank and I was like not like apologetic. I drove up there. I had my Audi Q7. I drove up. I'm like, I'm reclaiming all the stuff I gave to you, right? So I was getting my food back. But I also was a little embarrassed because I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm a fraud. They're going to think I'm a scammer. I'm driving an Audi. But, we purchased it at an auction. There was no payments on it. What could I do now? Like sell that and walk, right? So I went there and you know what, Mohan? I was so shocked at the amount of mothers and children right here in Canada that were lined up around the block just to get some food,
mm,
canned
wow.
goods. We're not talking hot foods, canned goods and stuff like that. And I made a mission. I was like, I have to make sure that I make it so that I can help, so that I can be blessed, so I can be a blessing to others. I want to make sure that I open up motherless shelters here in Jamaica as well, Nigeria, like all over the world is one of my things that I really want to do. So at the time, I actually did have protection, proper protection, but because I had no diagnosis, they wouldn't pay out. So
Mm,
after they figured out it's some kind of rare migraine. I
mhm.
went to a neurologist and he gave me medication, and then knock on wood, ever since then, since 2016 or so, I've never had another episode. So I was able to go back to work, build back up my savings, take money out of my house, do some different investments, because now I know that you can't store up. You have to like use money, put it out, bring it back, that kind of stuff. So that's uh how I kind
It's
of
a
got on
very,
that one. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's a really, really inspiring and motivational story, and it tells you a lot about, what struggles people go through. You started up this new business, and today you're a successful business owner. Tell me about some of the challenges you had when you started doing this business. Like when you started going into financial literacy and financial advising, what were
Mm.
some of the challenges? And maybe just highlight the couple big ones, or even just one big one, whatever you want to, about what you went through to get started.
Sure. So one of my main challenges, and I still struggle with it, is focus. Is
Hmm.
focus and discipline, because I'm very like I can talk to someone who's homeless, I can talk to the president. I'm okay. I don't really cool. Every people are human beings, right? So I can talk to anybody. I never had that kind of nervousness to say, oh my God, I don't want to talk to him and share. I'll share. I'll do the song and dance. But then no results in the end because I don't really close. I'll like share and walk off and continue sharing with others and not follow up back and not focus and not be disciplined to, put the final things through. So that's been like one of my biggest challenges. So since I was able to now, I don't know if you're going towards that, but since I'm able to get some assistance with the AI, then I think
Hmm.
that that's going to really pull everything together, because I won't have to worry about the follow-ups and I won't have to worry about scheduling things and all of the like tasky stuff, right? All of the like admin things. I don't like any of that. So I prefer to just go out and share
Let
and
technology
educate and
take care of
help
that.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
no,
like go into more of your story and understand things like, you know, you talked about some of the challenges, but maybe you can share like how you help somebody. Like, what's a story that you'd like to share to people about how it really transforms somebody's life through financial literacy and through financial education?
Okay. Oh my goodness. I have so many
I'm
stories.
sure you do.
Where do I start? Where do I start? I can say on like two different levels, on two different coins. One would be working with some seniors. So working with the seniors and seeing the kind of end of life to the other aspect of life and seeing
Hmm.
their finances and realizing that, wow, if you don't really put yourself together, you can be in a real pickle, like
Yeah.
when you really need it the most, right? Because the people are not aware that, maybe you'll need long-term care. If you do live long, you're going to need some of these things. Your needs are not going to always work, right? You're going to need all of these things. So where does the money come from, right? who is going to help you. And there's so many people that are scamming and taking advantage of seniors. So I
Mm,
would say that one of the accounts that I was able to help someone put all their things together, get it into perspective, and save a lot of money and not pay back so much taxes was something that I'm very proud of being able to help that person. And also when we do our workshops, like in the churches and stuff, a lot of the seniors, they think they have what they have, and then we go to look and it's like, oh, this is expired, or this has, no longer, we didn't pay this, or so being able to help them before like it's too late. And
mhm,
then looking on that coin, now I realize that, wow, if I really, really, really want to help seniors, I have to help the youth because that's
mhm.
where it starts. So now we are doing workshops with the community. So we have a Roots community within my area in Brampton. Every Wednesday, we do workshops for ages 16 to 24.
Okay.
And we're helping them learn where to put their money, how to save their money, how money works, because it's so important as soon as you get your first job to start saving and investing for your future.
Amazing.
Right. So so it's like the two coins. When I worked with the seniors, I realized because I'm a retired retirement specialist, like I have my analyst certificate in that, I was able to work with them. But then I realized really, if I really, really want to help, I have to go back to the youth. So
Yeah.
now we're going to also be doing workshops in September because they want us to come back because it was a really successful series. And then they also want us to do another senior program. So we're going mainstream with our workshops, which is something that's so exciting. And that's going to get us to our mission of the 30 million.
And 16 is just an incredible age just to start working with, with them because they're just starting their life off. They're just starting to think about getting the first job, and you're already out there educating them. Like that's phenomenal. What has been your experience? What has been the feedback that you're getting from that particular group? Are they starting to invest? Are they starting to save? Are they starting like are they
Yeah.
understanding it? Like how do they respond when you
Hmm.
open up their lives to like, hey, you need to save? And because I was a kid too. Like all I wanted to do
Yeah.
is go buy hockey cards. So like it's like what? I've got money, I can spend it, right? Go buy some new
Yes.
shoes, clothes, right? Like how do they
Well, they are very, very positive, especially when we talk about owning, shares of maybe Facebook, Tesla, Alphabet Inc., like those type of things, and they can resonate with it. They're like, oh yeah, I watch
Now you're
Netflix, I
talking
know
my
this.
language.
I'd rather, yeah, why wouldn't you rather own some shares in McDonald's rather than just eating the McDonald's? Or at least if you're eating and spending there, you know that you're putting into your own pocket, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're very, very, very receptive. They love it. They love to know what's going on. They want to invest themselves. So
Hmm.
yeah, they're very, very much into investments, right? But we want to take a look at the whole picture, holistic picture. So we try to make sure that we get them into understanding everything.
Cool. So, fast forwarding, you're on this journey. What kind of goals do you have set for yourself for the next, let's say, 6 months to 18 months? Like, what do you see yourself doing next?
For the next 6 to 18 months, I definitely want to grow the business, want to grow my team.
Hmm.
The goal is we have a program here called GX. So it's like different levels that you get to. So
Hmm.
for myself, I definitely want to be minimum GX6. I'm a GX1 right now. But that
Okay.
just means that you are helping more families and that you are bringing people onto your team, right? So we go out recruiting so that we can be able to share this information with more people. So my goal is just to help as many families as I can. I've already helped over 1,000 families being in this platform for the last 5 years. So
Amazing.
my goal is to help, try to double that number.
500 families. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, so maybe for the interest of people who are listening to this and who aren't familiar with what you mean when you say recruiting, could you explain what that means? Like, what is the opportunity that you're offering people? Because I kind of know what it means, but for somebody who's hearing it for the first time, they might not really fully understand what you just said.
Sure, sure. So definitely. So basically, I'm just going out there inviting people to join our campaign and to do what I do, right? So they'll go. This is an industry that's highly regulated. So of course you have to get licensed. So be licensed in whatever province that you're in, and then you're
Hmm.
able to service people with their finances. So we do everything from the cradle to the grave. Like everything in between, anything dealing with money, we can take care of it. If we don't have someone directly, then we will refer you to someone else. But tax-free savings, RRSPs, mortgage referrals, life insurance, critical illness, like so many things that you can think of, things that are like vital and important that you need, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, we don't own any products ourselves. We're independent brokers, but we have access to so much. We're like the Costco or the Best Buy or the Amazon of finance.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Take me, I'm gonna share with everybody a story. And this is a story of how I met Stacy. Okay. So I was in Toronto and I was there to share with people the new platform that we're building. And I was delighted that one of the first people that after I made this presentation and talked about the new platform and the AI technology, you were one of the first people to reach out to me.
Oh,
Do you
really?
know that? Yeah, you were
Okay.
like really hot on that button. You like
Really?
didn't wait a second. Yeah. So tell me, what compelled you to like do that? What was it inside you that you saw that made you feel like I got to take advantage of this opportunity?
Well, listen, I do not want to be a dinosaur. I do not want to be left behind. So I know it's already here. Once you're average person, once my mom is already talking about AI, it's here. Okay, so it's just a matter of get on board or get left behind. So I know that I needed help in my business, like I said, in terms of leaving a lot of business on the table. And just by the
Mhm.
time I get around to some people, they've already, oh, we went to the bank, we did this, oh, we met with somebody else, we did because I forget, right? So I knew that I saw this golden opportunity. I'm like, wow, this would be an amazing assistant for me, right? So I just, it was just easy. It was like a no-brainer. Like literally, it states exactly what is going to be done. So it's so simple. It's just a matter of getting used to it and also kind of warming up your client, friends, and families to it as well. But it's definitely the way to go. I really don't see any other alternative because it's here, right? So I know some people, they may be nervous with it, but I'm always one to try something first. I'm always willing to go out there and give things a try and see how they work.
Talk to me about that nervousness. It was because I've experienced that myself. Like when I talk to people about AI, there's some trepidation.
Mhm.
What are you seeing in terms of trepidation? What do you think exists?
I think, there's all those movies, the iRobot, the Terminator, this and that. So people think they won't have control over things.
Mm,
If that's going to be doing stuff for you, then what are you going to do? And also, is it going to replace me? And, I think
hmm.
there's nervousness around that and just it being maybe impersonal or those type of things like that. And I think there's a lot of people that are still, go back to maybe pen and paper. They want it and not everything is just so computerized.
Yeah.
So I think some people are a little nervous and worried about stuff like that, but
Yeah.
just got to keep
No,
moving.
I always tell people AI is not going to replace your job or replace you. It's the
Mm.
people that learn and use AI that will. So I fully 100% agree with that sentiment. So this kind of brings us towards the end, and it's been fantastic. I want to give you the opportunity to leave any kind of message that you want to share with our audience and kind of communicate out to people. What's your last words that you want to share?
I would just say, just always be open. Just always be open to trying new things. If you
Mhm.
have a good heart, you will be successful in anything that you do. So in that case, you don't have to worry about, something replacing you because wherever you shift and however it works out, everything works out everything works out for his glory. So like this is my money ministry. So I know that this is your ministry as well, Mohan, and everything that you do, your intentions and your heart is good and pure, then everything will be fine.
Amazing. So, Stacey, tell us and tell the audience what's the best way to get in touch with you if they want to.
Oh, okay, sure. So you can email me at S Thomas. So STHOMAS 12ZBRC at Gmail, no, at WFGmail.ca.
I'll
I'm
put it
all
on the bottom door.
right. I'm also on Facebook as Sweetie Stacy. That's a good way to reach me. Or you
Okay.
can give me a call or WhatsApp me at 647-407-8423.
Perfect. We'll definitely put that on the bottom of the messaging and everything.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. It was an absolute blast.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.